All right, to start off, you will need something to mount the mannequin head on. I'm just using a styrofoam head. You'll need some T-pins, some needle and thread, a comb, scissors, and a dome cap. Now, I had a mesh cap on, but I took it off and used the dome cap. I didn't know my client had put one in the box, so I just used the one that she brought. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to keep your dome cap in place. So you're going to use the T-pins and you're going to pin it down to the styrofoam head. So this is the type of hair she used. She had a 22-inch and two 20-inch bundles and a closure. Once you get the dome cap in place, you want to go ahead and pin down your closure. And you want to just make sure the hairline on the closure goes past the dome cap. So basically, the hairline on that closure should be closer to the forehead than the dome cap. Once you get that closure centered, you're going to go ahead and pin it down in the back. And then you can pin the hair out of the way. So you can go ahead and start to sew the closure down to the dome cap. I want to go ahead and mention, I know that this cap looks like it's covering the forehead of the mannequin, but you have to realize these styrofoam heads come a lot smaller than a normal human head. So you want to stretch that dome cap as much as possible when you're sewing the hair on. That way, when you actually put it onto a human's head, it's going to fit perfectly. You don't want to put the dome cap on just to cover the mannequin's head because, like I said, it won't fit a human's head. Once you take it off and put it on a human's head, it's not going to fit. And even if the human head is small, these caps usually stretch, so they're one size fit all, and it'll just shrink down to the size of that person's head. Once you get to the end, you want to stitch through at least 3 or 4 times to secure the end of that closure. And you can stitch 3 times at the beginning too, just to make sure it's secure on both ends. Once you have the closure securely sewn down, you can go ahead and take your longest length of track, and I fold it in half just to make sure it's very full and thick at the bottom, and I start to sew that down. Now I start at the end. As you can see, I start at the very end of the closure, and I go all the way around the head, and I meet around on the other side. Doing this will allow your client to pull this wig up into a ponytail if they have a small leave out around the edges. It'll give them a really smooth look if they want to pull it up. Once you get almost toward the end of that row, what you want to do is drop one of those tracks, the one on the outside. You want to drop that one, and you want to continue to sew the other one down until you get to the end of that closure. The reason you want to do this is because you don't want to have that thick, bulky track right underneath the closure. Mainly, people wear like a side. They might wear a side part or a middle part, especially with the side part. You don't want those tracks to be bulky underneath that hair. So you want to drop one, and then as you can see, I'm going to pick it up right here. Go ahead and pick it back up and continue to sew them both going around toward the other side. Okay, so every track that you sew, every track is not going to meet up against that closure like the first row. So what you can do is create a guideline to help you see where each track needs to lay. So what I did was I took a white eyeliner pencil, and you can take anything, crayon, whatever you have, and just mark it so that you could see where each track needs to start and stop. This is very helpful because you don't want to put too many tracks in the back, too many in the top. You want it to be evenly throughout the entire head. And I followed this guideline until I got all the way up to the top where the tracks will meet with the closure. All right, so once you're complete, you can go ahead and take the wig off and shake out all the styrofoam pieces that's going to be stuck in there. And underneath that closure, you want to cut out that piece of that dome cap where you stitched around that closure. And you want to make sure you don't cut the thread on that closure, because you're going to have to go back and sew that closure back down to the cap. And as far as the lace, since I'm making this wig for someone else, I'll just leave it and let them cut it off. So once you cut off this piece of that dome cap, you'll be able to see straight through the lace, which will give you a more natural look. This is basically it. Once you get it brushed out, you can go ahead and run your hand on the back of the wig. Make sure you don't feel any bumps or tracks sticking out. And you will see in just a second, the reason I sewed that first track from one end all the way to the other side is just so that the client can wear a ponytail if they want to. I hope this video was helpful to someone. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Until next time, bye.